Tea time.
You know what? We're back on the map here. I'm really excited with this course. Beautiful.
We're just elated.
Players and fans turn out for the grand opening of the Irving Golf Club, and we have a look at the fun and features. Going green and making green.
If I can help them to be successful, that's our goal today.
A new event showcases environmental careers. Find out about the range of opportunities available. Toyotas and treats.
The sushi was amazing. Great food.
We are inside the event where people are sampling some of the food from the Toyota Music Factory while also checking out cars and hearing from an American Idol alum. Plus, We Work opens in Irving and the changes coming to this year's holiday extravaganza now on CitySource. Hello and welcome to CitySource. I'm Thomas Gandy. We begin today with an updated spot for recreation in Irving, the Irving Golf Club. People turned out for a day-long grand opening celebration. That ribbon cutting caps off a day full of activity at the Irving Golf Club.
Closest to the pin on hole number 8.
A tournament.
Look at that.
And several contests, all to celebrate the grand opening.
You know, I'm elated. I couldn't ask for anything more.
We're excited to have it here.
Oh, I love it. I'm an avid golfer. I play 5 times a week.
A lot of character to the course, a little bit more than I had before.
Some of these players were here at this municipal course when it was known as Twin Wells. It opened in 1988. And over the years, the wear started to show.
Well, I don't believe that you should ever not keep up what you own. And this thing has kind of declined, and I wanted to bring it back up to where it was when I first was on the council.
There's a certain amount of amenities that a city needs to provide as well, and we are fortunate to have this facility here.
The city of Irving decided to invest $5 million in this course. Now it has an all-new layout with improved drainage and irrigation. We were here to see some of the work as it happened.
We had bad irrigation that needed to be corrected, and it's miles and miles of pipe underground. And they say it's good for 25 years. We're hoping it lasts longer.
That will give plenty of time for 12-year-old Noah Kincaid to hone his game. We caught up with him on the driving range.
I really like it. It's really nice. I'm not that great at golf, so just getting used to it. But yeah, it's a really nice course overall.
Along with the attractive course,
Great layout, great design.
crews also renovated the clubhouse. The bar is open, and days after this event, restaurant service will begin.
Because the clubhouse is just spectacular. So, I mean, it can be used for a multitude of functions. You'll be able to come out here for breakfast, lunch, and potentially dinner.
I work at our South Campus in North Lakes, right down the street, and so I would come down here after work sometimes, and now it's just a better opportunity for those who golf in the city of Irving.
Golfers we talked to say they will be back.
Oh, yeah, I loved it. We had a good time.
And the city hopes more people will discover the potential of the Irving Golf Club.
The sky's the limit for this spot.
By the way, that restaurant is named The Hideout. That's because the infamous crime duo Bonnie and Clyde used areas around that course as escape routes. The Irving Golf Club is located at 2000 East Shady Grove Road. Tee times are available by calling 972-457-0772 or visit irvinggolfclub.org. See more of the course at the end of today's show. 10 state constitutional amendments and a proposed amendment to the city charter are on the ballot this November, and there's new information for voters to be aware of. This year, Dallas County is implementing vote centers across the county. That means voters will no longer be required to vote in their designated precincts. The goal of all of this is to make the process more accessible. Election Day is November 5th. Polling locations and hours are available at cityofirving.org and dallascountyvotes.org. The City of Irving's Veterans Memorial Park Committee will host a special ceremony to mark Veterans Day. As you see in this video from past years, it begins in the auditorium of the former Central Library with speakers and music, then moves next door to the park for a wreath-laying ceremony. This year's event is on Monday, November 11th at 11:30 a.m. Of course, the park's exhibits honoring veterans are open year-round for people to visit and reflect on sacrifices made. In economic development news, Microsoft announced it will expand its operations in Irving. The company will create 575 new jobs and invest more than $31 million in capital. Connected with that, the company received a Texas Enterprise Fund grant of just under $5 million. DFW Airport is sharing new numbers that show a big increase in business. The airport welcomed more than 73 million customers in the last fiscal year. That's up by more than 6%. Most of that growth is attributed to a surge of international passengers. And the airport just announced another new destination. American Airlines will begin nonstop service to Auckland, New Zealand in October of next year. Auckland is the 14th new international destination announced since January. In other economic development news, a new tenant at Williams Square showcases a new concept in today's career scene. Check out the ribbon-cutting celebration for WeWork.
This is a great event because it shows a new business, what Irving and what the Chamber is all about. There's a lot of smaller businesses in Irving that need a better place than working out of their home or working out of their garage or things of that sort. They need a visible presence, and this gives them an opportunity to do so without making a big investment.
It's incredible because all over DFW they've got these locations, and so obviously Irving being right in the middle of all that, it's just great because the stuff that I need, whether that's conference rooms, whether that's the internet, whether that's the connections to other businesses that are looking for photography and videography, whatever it may be, we've got it wherever we go. And so to have that right here with this incredible view out here is just like unbelievable. I've had partners come and meet here, and it's so easy to find somewhere to eat. If you want to stay after work, you want to go catch a show at the Music Factory, you can do that. The way it's located relative to all the amenities around here, it's just perfect. I was recognizing it's not just an office space, but it's a whole community of people working together trying to help each other succeed. And so when I found that, I was like, you got to be kidding me. This is real. This is like, and this is everywhere. I love it. There's a lot of major thoroughfares that come in here, so if folks fly into DFW, they fly into Love Field, they're working in Dallas. It's a great location because it's so centrally located and easy to get to. If you're looking to take your business to the next level, if you're looking to have a group of people around you and be able to network with other businesses that are all trying to help each other succeed and win and help this city win, this is the only place to be.
Find more business and economic development news on our playlist at youtube.com/The City of Irving. Irving has the Toyota Music Factory, which is all about music and food. The city is also home to Toyota of Irving, which sells cars. So what happens when you mash up the two? You get tundras, tostadas, and tunes. And that's exactly what happened at an event Brett Wheeler covered for us.
It's not uncommon to hear music and smell the aroma of food filling the air at the Toyota Music Factory. But on this night, it's that same music and food filling Toyota of Irving. This event brings together the Irving Las Colinas Chamber of Commerce and the Irving Hispanic Chamber to get a taste of the Toyota Music Factory.
We have 7 of the restaurants from the Music Factory who've agreed to come and participate, let people sample different kinds of foods. Again, diversity is the key.
I tried one of the tostadas. It's pretty good.
I've almost tried all of it. The sushi was amazing. The assorted cheeses were great. And there's a gentleman walking around with these tortilla chips with pulled pork and vegetables on top of it. That was the best in my opinion.
So come on, let it go. Just let it be.
While the food is obviously a hit, former American Idol contestant Ron Boltonguez is playing the hits.
Everything that's wrong.
I love the city of Irving, and I really appreciate you guys having me come out.
Boltonguez, who now calls North Texas home, is originally from the Congo, and after he fled the war-torn country, he found his passion for playing music. And while that passion took him to the stage of American Idol, he's no stranger to the Music Factory as well.
Toyota Music Factory, super cool spot. That was when the first whistle I ever did the Kid Craddock morning show. So that was just a big honor, and that happened right here in Irving.
You belong with me in my sleep.
Also right here in Irving are the many nonprofits helping the community. And with this event, organizers hope to bring together those nonprofits and local businesses.
We have several local charities that are participating. Irving Cares, Family Promise, DFW Humane Society, and several others. They're all here to show what their cause is all about, and I'm going to push every business here to have a charity at the end of this event.
Everyone is so proud of this area, and you can really see it by that investment into the local charities.
This is a city that has done well for us as a business, for me as a person. It's very important. I grew up with nothing. I know what it was like to need charity, and now this is a chance for me to help other charities, help other people.
Helping people and helping highlight great amenities at the Toyota Music Factory. Brett Wheeler for City Source.
And the Toyota Music Factory has a full schedule coming up: concerts, running events, a tree lighting, and more. For the full list, check out toyotamusicfactory.com. For young people thinking about careers, there is a wide and ever-changing range of options to consider. A new event hosted by the City of Irving presented job options in the environmental field. City Source reporter Benjamin Diaz has that story.
The Environmental Career Symposium caught the attention of many high school students and even one international college student who came to the United States to further his education.
The possibility of being able to work in a field where you're studying in, it excites you. It's an event where you can meet local companies, see the opportunities that are there, get feedback. It's super important.
And really it is an opportunity for us to get members of the public and private sector together with undergrads and then high school juniors and seniors, and even people looking to make a change in their career.
On this Saturday, students filled the TXU headquarters. Organizers say that the goal is to promote the advancement of environmental-related careers. Carl Schmidt is a junior at Allen High School and says he dreams of working in biology. When he heard about the symposium, he knew he had to come.
But I was also thinking of environmental science, considering, the competition that there is in biology, and if that doesn't go out well, then I could do environmental science.
The room was filled with at least 14 vendors, made up of different environmental companies and even local groups like STEM Insight, part of Dallas County Community Colleges.
Our website kind of helps them with visualize their future, such as what careers they want to choose, internship-wise, how much money they can make, or is their job even sustainable for the future to come.
You can go into so many different types of engineering within environmental, and then you can go into public policy or environmental conservation.
Companies like Bayou Tech Services provide environmental regulation services like water testing. The owner, Benjamin Head, says that this day isn't so much about his company, but rather about educating as many students as possible.
Yes, exposure is good, but to help them to decide what their future may entail and how to get there and what works and what doesn't work. So if I can help them to be successful, that's our goal today.
Students had an opportunity to hear 2 panel sessions from various speakers.
Okay, is it appropriate for me to email my vice president? It could be yes, it could be no.
When I was younger, I went to an event similar today, and it changed my path of my career. And someone will be here today that will radically change what they do in life. And I think we owe that to the generation that comes behind us, to create the opportunities like the City of Irving is doing today.
And if everything goes as planned, it will be back once again next year. Benjamin Diaz for City Source.
Yeah, and the city offers environmental programs throughout the year. On Thursday, November 7th, a free seminar will explain how to grow your own vegetables. Soil prep, garden design, and disease identification will be among the topics. Sign up and learn more at cityofirving.org/begreen. Just about every week, we hear about new cybersecurity concerns. Of course, it's important for all of us to protect our data. Irving residents had the chance to learn more about the topic during a program at the Heritage Senior Center. Brett is back with that story.
Whether it's through our laptops, tablets, or smartphones, there's no escaping the reality that we are online all the time. And with that, we are also highly susceptible to cyber attacks.
About 15 years ago, the spam, the scams are very easy. They're misspelled, their context, the pictures are not there. But they're getting smarter.
And according to the FBI, a majority of cybercrime victims are over the age of 60, racking up $12.5 million in losses in 2018 alone. That's why the City of Irving held this meeting at Heritage Senior Center to help educate the public on how to protect themselves online.
City of Irving is sponsoring an event for our senior citizens. We've recognized that demographic is a very highly targeted group, and so this is an education for them that will provide them tools and information on how to protect themselves from online fraud, fake news, and all the scams that go on the internet.
Your biggest, most exposed point on the internet is your email.
Eric Yancey, Information Security Administrator with the City of Irving, says residents as well as businesses are targets of a variety of cyber attacks, such as phishing scams, computer viruses, and ransomware. And protecting your data is one of the most important things you can do when going online.
The best thing is education, awareness, and certainly keeping your systems up to date. If you can patch your systems, make sure that you have automatic updates on, make sure your antivirus is current, you really are a long way to prevent those infections and ransomware.
Representatives from the FBI, Secret Service, and the Irving Police Department were all on hand to answer questions from seniors on what steps to take if they suspect they've been a target of cybercrime.
First thing you want to do is call us, call a non-emergency number, have a police officer come out, talk to them. If we need to take a report, if it's something that we're going to be able to investigate, that will go to one of our investigators.
The FBI's main intake for any type of internet-related complaint is ic3.gov, and if you have an internet-related complaint, you can file it there.
Just like most things, regular crime where you don't lock your car, you leave your garage door open, you go out at night, you're not looking around. It's the same thing on the internet. If you're careful and you follow some of these preventative measures, you can hopefully reduce your chances of becoming a victim.
Basically, it's pay attention, doubt everything. The time of a handshake being a bond is over, unfortunately. And so now we just basically need to look at everything with some level of skepticism.
Experts here say while cybercrimes are definitely a reality, it's no need to fear the technology. But with awareness, you will decrease your chances of getting caught up in the web. Brett Wheeler for CitySource.
And on a related note, with the 2020 census approaching, the Bureau has these tips to avoid census scams. Census workers will never ask for your Social Security number, bank info, or money. If someone visits your home, the Bureau says you can check the worker's ID badge to make sure it has a photo and a U.S. Department of Commerce watermark. And while talking about the U.S. Census, we should point out that the Bureau launched a national recruitment effort to hire about 500,000 workers to conduct the census. And this is the time to apply. Recent high school grads, veterans, retirees, and bilingual candidates are among those encouraged to apply. Pay in Dallas County is $22.50 an hour, plus reimbursement for expenses. To apply, go to recruitment.2020census.gov. In other news, some changes are coming to this year's holiday extravaganza. The parade will be in the evening, 5 p.m. on December 7th in downtown Irving. A tree lighting and fireworks will follow the parade. In-N-Out Burger will serve complimentary food and hot chocolate while supplies last. For groups wanting to enter the parade, applications are available right now at irvingevents.org. Those applications are due on November 27th. And with that, it's time for our Pets of the Week. So let's head out to the Animal Care Campus.
Hello everyone and welcome to this week's Pets of the Week. I'm Brett Wheeler with Michael Whiteside and back once again with Raina. And Michael, who do we have here?
This beautiful, loving girl right here is named Bonnie. She is about a year old. She's a boxer mix. She actually originally came into the Irving Animal Services as a stray, so we don't really know much of her history. We do know that she loves people. She really, as you can see, kind of likes to just be right next to anyone that gives her some attention. She's very friendly. She's very calm. She does have her moments where she likes to play, have a good time out in the play yards, but for the most part, she really just enjoys kind of getting some attention and getting some love. So, you know, she's going to be an awesome, awesome pet for any family that just has some time to spend with her and give her the attention she deserves.
We also have another little guest with us today. Who is this?
We have Rusty right here. He is only about 6 months old, but he's already had kind of a little bit of a rough life, so he's kind of clingy, and he just wants to be held and cuddled. He's a Chihuahua mix, and he showed up at the shelter with a really badly broken left hind leg. With our Guardian Angel Fund, we were able to get surgery for him. That was about $1,200. So he has some plates and screws in his leg. He still has some staples because he's still recovering. And then we spend a little time each day working with him on some range of motion to make sure that his leg doesn't get used to not moving. So we do some simple range of motion exercises with that leg so that he can get more comfortable having those plates and screws. But again, as you can tell, he's really he's very clingy. He really loves to be around people. He's a little timid, a little nervous, but he's so friendly considering all that he's been through. And he's gonna be a wonderful, wonderful pet for a long time.
All right, Michael, now we have Gizmo. Tell me about him.
Yeah, this guy, he's about a year old. He's a retriever mix, probably about as big as he's gonna get. And he is still pretty puppy-like. He's got quite a bit of energy. He loves to play. He can be a little jumpy, but he's real quick to learn not to jump. He's learned a couple of commands like sit and stay. He was actually surrendered to Irving Animal Services by his owner because they said they couldn't afford to keep him. You know, I'm not sure how much socialization or training he received while he was in a home, but he's obviously really smart and really friendly and just wants to have a good time and play, really.
So what kind of family would be best for Gizmo?
Because he's still young and because he's active, you know, he'll be great with anybody that actually either goes running or walking, has a yard that he can run around and play with, and I'm sure he'll be great. Although, you know, you'll have to work on some of the jumping issues, but with kids, I mean, I think he'll have a great time chasing them around the yard and getting some of that energy out, and then just collapsing inside with everybody and watching some TV and hanging out.
All right, so Gizmo is such a handsome boy, and it looks like he's even wearing a tuxedo too. Maybe dressed up for a fundraiser coming up?
Yes, and he just might be. We do have our annual gala, the Black Collar Affair, Canines, Felines, and Cuisine. That's coming up on Saturday, November 16th. This year, we are going to be having it at the new Westin Hotel near the Irving Convention Center. We're very excited to be partnering with them on that. And we're going to have the same format that we've had the past 5 years, which is kind of a taste of format. So we have about 8 restaurants right now that are going to be donating food. They'll have their own food stations with tasting plates of their dishes. We'll also have our silent auction, our live auction, a raffle. The prize for the raffle is a $1,000 gift card to North Park Center. Tickets are available now. You can just go to blackcollaraffair.org. Individual tickets are $125. That includes the dinner and the whole evening. So we're very, very excited about it. We hope we can see you all there.
That is one of my favorite events of the year, and I know it's a big event for you guys, so be sure to look out for that event. Back to you, Thomas.
All right, guys, thanks a lot. The Animal Care Campus is located at 4140 Valley View Lane. It is open Tuesday through Friday from 11 a.m. until 6 p.m. Then on Saturday, the hours are 10 a.m. until 5 p.m. Also, check out the websites you see on your screen for more adoptable animals. The Irving Hispanic Chamber of Commerce is celebrating its annual gala and its masquerade ball. We'll be there to see all of the costumes and fun and bring you that story on our next show. Also, we're back at the Toyota Music Factory for the ribbon cutting celebration at another new restaurant. And leaders from Irving, Capel, and Dallas County came together to celebrate the opening of a new section of the Campion Trail. We'll show you that and talk about progress on long-awaited plans to connect the north and south sections. Those stories and more next time. Remember, you can always email us your thoughts on our stories. The address is ictn@cityofirving.org. Also, visit our YouTube channel at youtube.com/thecityofirving. Subscribe and you can be among the first to see our videos when they are posted. Also, leave us some likes while you're there. And that's it for this edition of City Source. We leave you now with more from the Irving Golf Club. Thanks to everyone who is a part of this one, and thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.